Communication plays a fundamental role in our lives and society. Most of us, however, don't realize to what extent. From the very beginning of our lives, we participate in the process of acquiring rules about communication. These rules are embedded in our relationships, though we aren't necessarily aware of it. Little by little, we learn what to say and how to say it. We learn about multiple forms of communication that exist in our everyday lives. It is hard to believe that such a complicated process goes almost unnoticed and we automate it almost without conscious effort. Without communication, human beings wouldn't have been able to advance or evolve into what we are now. So, what are these details of communication that allow us to relate to each other? What are these ins and outs that we barely notice but are so important? Today we are going to dig a little deeper into interview skills. I am going to talk about successful interview skills, how to prepare and succeed in interview and get a job in your life. Communication in interview is very important. It has got three factors. One, communication in interview is inescapable. Even silence or even absence also is a message to the interviewers. Second, communication is irreversible. You can't take back what you have said in the interview. Third, communication is complicated. Communication does not happen in isolation. There are different types of noise. For example, physical, physiological, or semantic. Leave alone the different types of noise. Let us now get into what is actually interview, how to prepare for interview, and how to succeed in attending the interview. Is there anyone who does not need a job? I believe everyone needs a job. You got a call. Next what? They will actually give a date and time to you when they call you for the interview. Keep in mind, you never ask them to change your date or the time of the interview. After accepting the date and time, the next thing you are supposed to do is prepare your CV. Keep your CV ready and arrange it in a proper file. Okay, the file should be arranged in a reverse chronological order. For example, you take a file, in that first keep your CV, then all your degree certificates, then your certification certificates. Degree should be kept from PG to 10th class. Then afterwards, you arrange all your certifications that you have got or any skills that you have gained through different companies. You keep all those certificates. But while you talk, you must be careful to talk in chronological order about your journey of academics. Now that you have arranged your file, now you need to prepare yourself for the interview. How to prepare yourself for the interview? First, research about the company. Ask yourself a few questions about the company and keep the answer ready for it. Once you have done that and kept your file ready, you need to do rehearsal. Sit in front of the mirror and talk to the mirror and answer a few questions and see how you are going about it. Let me now talk about a few typical interview questions. The first question they will ask you is, introduce yourself. What are you going to say when they ask you, introduce yourself? So when they ask you, tell me about yourself, you need to highlight your skills, your experience and your abilities, all that relate to the position that you have gone for interview. The second question they may ask you is, why do you want to work here? So what you should do, you must be able to tell what is your interest and the motivation for wanting to work with this particular employer. You must be able to impress him with your interest and the motivation that you have for this particular position. The next question might be, where do you see yourself in another 5 years? This question is testing your ambition. Align your goals along with the company and tell the interviewer where you will be in another 5 years, probably with milestones. They may ask you another question like, why should we hire you? Tie yourself to the key performing areas, sell your talents, and meet the employer's requirements. Next question, you can expect, what are your strengths? I'm sure all of you know what to tell, but communicate your special abilities clearly. What is that you can do, what you can perform, what you can achieve, or anything that you have that is special about you. Tell the interviewers the same. The next important question is, they'll ask you, what are your weaknesses? Be careful, don't tell all your negative weaknesses here. You should know your weakness, how to correct it, and how you are going to turn your weakness into strengths. That's how where you will be making yourself more employable and also hireable. I want to tell you some more helpful pointers. First thing, you must get to the right place at least 30 minutes early. Be careful, you are being watched. Dress properly. Switch off your phone completely. No chewing gums or nail biting or knuckle cracking, all that business when you go for the interview. Greet the people by name. Possible, you can handshake your interviewers. Sit only when you are asked to sit. Accept water if they are giving you. And more important, you need to manage your body and your voice during the interview. Keep a smile on your face and make proper eye contact with your interviewers. We know that first impression is the best impression. Keep in mind, within 3 to 30 seconds, your impression is created. And they say half of it can be reversed and most of it cannot be reversed. So be careful that you can impress your employer or your interviewer within 30 seconds. That is your best chance of getting the job. You need to be careful about your hairstyle. No unconventional hairstyle is accepted. No hair color is accepted. No ear piercing is allowed. And male earrings, please remove it. And no tattoos should be seen when you are going for interview in your body. They say body odor has got a great influence. Kindly do not wear very strong smelling scents. I want to tell you how to manage your body language for the interview. Give the appearance to the interviewers that you are full of energy. Smile. You can handshake firmly. Wait until you are offered a chair for sitting. Sit upright and look straight, uninterested, and stay always alert and do not fiddle around.